Don't you dare mess this up for our community. We finally are getting the acceptance and the love that we deserve from other communities. Black people have accepted us into their welcoming arms. We cannot mess this up. We have all faced years of trauma, hate, just disgusting words towards us. Now we are finally getting the recognition and love we so deserve. So we cannot stand down from this. We have got to keep pushing on, gingers. We have got to keep it going. We've got to keep spreading that love. We've got to keep embracing people. We have got to keep this momentum pushing. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity we are facing right now. Don't you dare, as a redhead, mess this up for our people. Okay? We have not faced years of the backlash and the hatred that we have faced for nothing. Okay? Don't you dare mess this up for us.
You know, to find out at 42 years old that I've been living a lie this entire time, it's really tough. It's kind of tough, but ultimately I'm really happy. I just want to say a quick thank you to the Black delegation. Thank you for finally recognizing that gingers have been Black this entire time. I do identify myself as a Black man, and I'm super excited to carry on the work of the Black community. So we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep pushing for rights, and I just got to say, Black pride.
Greetings, family. I hope you're doing fantastic, and it's always a pleasure having you here. So today, the ginger people are overjoyed after being embraced by the Black community as Blacks. They say for a long time they have faced exclusion, stereotyping, and face teasing. This might seem surprising to some, but the original carriers of the ginger gene might actually trace back to Africa. Studies have found that the gene responsible for red hair did not originate from Europe, but may have deeper roots in Africa. So the Black community have embraced them as their own, showing love, unity, and solidarity. Let's see their reactions, then we come back with some commentary.
It makes me so emotional, but I have always known that Black people were on Redhead's side. And I need to talk about it really quick. I have red hair. You can't tell it's auburn. It has also gotten less red as time has gone on, but I had red hair. My little sister has very red hair, and we are mixed. My dad is Creole and Irish, and my mom is Mexican. So when I was young and in school, I kind of stood out. I had this very, very curly red hair, and my skin is white, but I had just always looked ambiguous. And to the white, blonde, straight-haired kids at school, I was the perfect target. The target of my friends, quote unquote. In pure fun, they gave me a new nickname that was a slur they invented. And I'm not gonna say it because it's not the same word, but the intent is the same, is that they mixed the word ginger with the N-word, hard R. Kinda sounds like ninja. And the name caught on. They used to yell it at me across school. They used to write it on my belongings along with the N-word, hard R. I wasn't Black and I didn't have this extremely red hair, but it's the one drop rule. They were saying you're enough of both of these sort of, to them, bad things, so it's perfect. And my retaliation against them was to deny both things, was to say I'm not Black and, I don't have red hair. And it was the Black kids at school that always came to my defense. It was always them teaching me who I was and to accept who I was and that it was okay. And not just in school, and as a woman. Black people and Black women, namely, when they didn't have to, they always stood in front of me and with grace towards me because I was denying them and denying who I was. They just sent me love and understanding. And it was them who taught me to embrace who I was, and it was them who taught me to be proud. So I'm seeing this all go on TikTok with redheads and Black people, and it makes me so happy because I've always known. All the redheads are so shocked and they're like, oh my god, we woke up to this news. They're very emotional, they're very excited. And it's just so wonderful to see it go across the internet, something that I thought was so unique to me. And I'm just so grateful, man.
So I woke up found out I'm black, apparently. It is frustrating that most of my life has been a lie, but I do want to say thank you. I'm very happy. I'm glad finally everyone's recognizing that gingers have been black this entire time. I do identify myself as a black woman, and I'm super excited to carry on the work of the black community. And I do want to say, gingers, like, y'all know, do not say that unless you're one of us. I love y'all.
I just want to humbly say that waking up on the morning, the anniversary of my mother's passing, it's been 5 years, waking up and getting on this app and seeing this viral trend, this viral conversation about gingers has just somehow healed a little piece of my soul today. I don't know how to explain it, and I feel like if you know, you know. First of all, I can say I've always known there was a soul connection somehow with the black community. I was raised around hate and in a small community, a very small conservative community with a lot of values and perspectives and beliefs that I did not align with and never have and never will. And so aside from the bullying and the harassment, the sexual harassment that I've experienced in my life, which I have already experienced on this app within seconds of me even having this conversation, I just want to say thank you to the black community, but specifically to black women. I want to say thank you, and I want to let you know wholeheartedly, I want you to know that your children, your babies, are always safe with me. Always. Much love.
Okay, my mind is actually blown after seeing the gingers are black trend going on and hearing that if you're ginger, you have African ancestry. You can see my husband and I, we both are brunette. He was blonde when he was younger. I've always had brown hair, but we had 3, do I dare call them ginger babies? But we had 3 redheaded kids. Oddly enough, I am 50 years old, and I just found out last November at Thanksgiving that my sister and I do indeed have African heritage. This is literally this is so crazy to me. We have the Congolese and Southern East African, Angolan and Congolese. I know it's not much, but they are saying that you do have that in your DNA if you have ginger hair. And so it just kind of blew my mind that indeed there's confirmation that we do. My sister and I both have done ancestry DNA too, and it doesn't show up there, but it does show that we have quite a bit of Scottish and some Irish, not as much in me. I think she has more than I do. Anyway, I mean, hey, this is absolutely wild. If you have redheads in your family or you're a redhead, I want to hear if you have African ancestry.
In all seriousness, with the trend going on, all gingers are black, I have not felt this much love ever in my life. And to the girl that's making this go viral, I just gotta say thank you. Thank you for the love. But honestly, truthfully, thank you, all of you. I hated being a redhead growing up because I was that kid in special ed who couldn't read, who couldn't write, and I also had red hair. I had a stutter, and now I grew up to be pretty successful. But I never felt loved but until today. Oh my gosh. So to the girl who made this go super viral, if you're ever in Dallas, Texas, let's go to dinner. You name it, I'll pay for it and I'll take you. My mother's coming too. So thank you all. I love you. I seriously, I am mind blown by this. Like no other. Thank you.
As somebody so first off, I grew up with a black stepdad, and I'm obviously redheaded, you know. It used to be up here when I was younger. But, yeah, I was viciously bullied growing up. And even when it wasn't physical, you know, it was constant comments about, you know, how I don't have a soul, and does the carpet match the drapes, and oh, you're just a redheaded stepchild, and you know, getting made fun of when my skin gets flaky and ashy because I forgot to use lotion. You know, I got a little bit right here going on actually right now. Yeah, I've never felt so seen. And even though it is just a trend, and I'm sure in a week the internet will move on to the next one, I appreciate you all very much, more than you'll know. We all do. Thank you.
Yo, I gotta give credit to the black community, bro. They brought all the gingers together on a TikTok algorithm. If you're a redhead, you got red facial hair, red hair on your head, don't matter. If you're a born redhead or a ginger, we just met all of our ginger family. We just met all of our fellow redheads because the black people brought us out. They literally created a whole entire algorithm for us. I ain't never seen so many fucking redheads in my goddamn life. There's thousands of them in the comments. There ain't no blondes, brunettes, other white people. There's just black people and redheads in these comments. It's amazing. It's fucking awesome. I don't care what the history is. I don't care what the common bond is, this, that, and there. I just think it's cool as hell. Black people brought out all the redheads. Like, what? The community is thriving. In these comments, there ain't nothing but love, too. There is no negative energy. There is nothing but love.
It is the coolest thing to me to see Black Talk and the ginger community all come together in this amazing act of solidarity. And the more videos I watched and the more sentiments I heard from both sides, I realized how much I've suppressed about my own experience. I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, and I went to a private school. And one of my first memories of really noticing I was different was when I got to confirmation class. And we had to go on some trip of some sort. And I remember as we're all on the bus together and we've all been talking about abstinence and everything, I remember somebody called me a fire downstairs. And I remember not knowing what it meant and being the angry preteen that I was. I'm like, what'd you say? What does that mean? And this boy responded by saying, well, idiot, does the carpet match the drapes? Now, we know that kids don't, come up with that stuff. They've heard it from somewhere. And the older I got, the more I got these comments of, random old men saying, oh, I was with a ginger once. Hey, Red, how's it going? You know, you're all very exotic. Things like that. Like I was just an object. And, you know, I tried telling my mother about some of this, and she was a brunette with brown eyes, same pale skin. And I remember her saying, be grateful that you're getting attention. I was 15 years old, and I had men that were double my age, if not older, making sexual references at me because I had red hair. I suppressed so much of that because it made me feel gross. It made me feel inhuman. It made me feel like an object.
Welcome, gingers. Or should I say gingers? We don't be using that hard R. This has been a long time coming. I've always liked the redheads. Some of the greatest black people of all time are redheads. Malcolm X, Blake Griffin, Bill Burr. Some of the top niggas of all time is redheads. Welcome. This seems like a very strategic coalition, actually. I'm glad this is happening. there's strength in numbers. Right? Because you think about it, black people invented woke. Redheads have trouble falling asleep under anesthesia. You're literally woke. You're genetically woke. So, that's, probably Irish or Scottish. Not a big fan of the Queen of England. Neither are we. So I feel like, just look at what we have in common and form coalition. I agree. Also, I like this strat. Maybe we need to bring on the Cambodians too. Because this is a very SoCal coded joke, but Cambodians, they're Crips. And they be at a Hawaiian barbecue with neck tats. Those are black people.
What we've just seen, it isn't just about red hair or melanin. It's about humanity, acceptance, and breaking down the walls that society built long ago. When communities come together like this, it sends a powerful message that love and unity will always win. Big love to our ginger brothers and sisters, and shout out to the black community for leading with heart. Let's keep building bridges and not walls. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you found value in what we shared, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support truly means a lot, and it helps us keep bringing you more insightful content. Thanks again, and see you in the next one.